5, 4, 3, 2.
Greetings, comic books and movie fans! I'm Jonaluthor from this side of your screen. The last weekend, a couple of movies were released. The first one talks about part of the story of a very famous family in the last, let's say, 10 years or maybe 15 years. And the second one is the story and the return of a franchise that involves ghosts that many of us we were waiting for this sequel. And I'm talking about King Richard and Ghostbusters Afterlife. So, let's talk a bit about it.
¿Sientes su presencia? ¿Sientes la presencia? Es...
King Richard is about a family with 7 members, the parents and 5 daughters. But 2 of them, they play tennis and their name are Venus and Serena. Yes, this movie is about part of the story of these world famous players. And it tells you part of the story before they became professional and how they struggled a little bit before this happened and how the family and her dad was supporting all this project. This film is a biopic and it shows the dynamic of the family and everything is supported by the environment and performers. So Will Smith carry on his shoulder all the film. I mean, that's why the name of the movie is King Richard, because all the film is focused in this character. His stubbornness, his discipline, and sometimes his pride. And I mean, it shows the upside downs in this family and sometimes shows part of his controversial behavior. And all this with the purpose of getting his family out from the ghetto in Compton. Now, like every biopics, it only shows one part of the story, and I'm talking about the pretty part of the story. And it is an inspirational story. The problem is that all the movie it's supported by the performance of Will Smith, and the rest of the characters are just secondary characters. Even sometimes the characters looks like pawns in Richard's game. So, this is a little bit problematic. I mean, anyway, at the end of the day, it tells part of the story of the success of the Williams family to get out of the ghetto, and they became some of the best tennis players in the world. And how the Williams family found the right people at the right time to achieve their dream. My score for this movie is watch it only if you are a fan, either from the Williams, from biopics, or from Will Smith. This movie shows a different point of view of how the career of the sister Williams started. But, well, it tries to be an inspirational story. However, focusing on a single character does not favor the movie. Ghostbusters Afterlife tells the story of Phoebe, her brother Trevor, and her mom. And they are in a really bad situation. I'm talking about financial situation. They are basically broken. Now they have to move to this little farm that they get from his grandfather that just recently died. And in this little town there start to happening some weird things, some earthquakes that nobody can explain. But what happened when her family, and her friends realized that her grandfather was a legendary Ghostbuster during the 80s? Now they have to save the world because an ancient menace is coming back. This is basically the story of Ghostbusters Afterlife. This movie is a straight sequel from the movies from 1984 and 1989. It has more elements from the movie from 1984. It has the right special effects for the movie. The story is good, and even when you can say that the performing is just okay, the story it could be simple, and the characters are just such a stereotype. Even with that, it has all the elements that the fans love. It respects all the mythology and the charming from the movies from 1984, and I mean from the 80s, not like the movie from 2018. That one sucks. And it has a lot of emotional scenes and Easter eggs during the whole movie. I mean, this movie is made to the fans, and it brings this franchise to the big screen. It's alive again. My score for this movie is, it is so good, especially for the fans. Ghostbusters Legacy, it's a tribute to the director, the casting, and the original story from the 80s. And this is a film made with love. And it's not just a worthy sequel, it opens the door for a future of the franchise in the big screen. Yes, my friends, Ghostbusters is alive again. And don't forget that this movie has 2 post-credit scenes, so stay up to the end to enjoy it. And you will enjoy this movie because, like I told you, it brings back something that it's been in our hearts since 1984. Ghostbusters is back. And if you want to watch any of this movie, both of them were released the past November 19, and King Richard was released on HBO too. So, if you want to enjoy any of this movie, go to the movie theater, check the schedule, and watch them. Because the theater needs our support and we need the entertainment. Remember, if you're going to the movie theater, consider AMC as your best option to watch a movie. Because they have more than 100 years of experience watching movies. They have good snacks, good prices, and I think they have the best membership because for only $20 monthly, you can watch up to 3 movies every week. That's a deal. And this time, I want to be a big shout out to Manny Vasquez, the supervisor of the AMC Theater. And you make my life so easier every time that I go over there. And you're such a character. So Manny, you're the best. Remember, if you want to support this project, you can do it through paypal.me/Jonaluthor and make a donation. Every donation that you make, it helps me a lot to improve the content of this channel. And your name can be in the credits of every video in this channel. So remember, paypal.me/Jonaluthor, and I will appreciate every single one of your donations. And this is the end of this episode. Thank you for watching up to the end. Remember, if you like it, give me a big thumbs up. Your comments are really important to me, so don't forget to put it in the description below. I will answer every single one of them. And that helps me to improve the content of this channel. Don't forget to share, because in that way, you will spread in the word about this movie and about the channel, and we can make the fan community grow. Subscribe to the channel and ring the bell. When you do that, you will receive the notification of every video that I will be updating every week in this channel. Remember, it's a small click for you, but it means a lot for me. I'm Jonaluthor, and you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, and now I'm also on TikTok. See you in the next episode. Greetings and keep in touch.